a video was put out. I think it was only 2 weeks ago now, even if that, where a woman spoke about her marriage and how she had to leave that marriage because of what was happening in the home. And it was all over the internet. The video, and her channel wasn't a huge channel. It was a sizable channel, but not a huge channel. And her video got over 2 million views in just a matter of days. And then that spawned a whole host of reaction videos. I mean, there are so many people with opinions on this, and some of the opinions and some of the reactions are not necessarily sympathetic to this woman. I was sympathetic, and I am an empath, generally speaking, until someone gets on the wrong side of me, and until I see what people are, or I see what a person is. I'm generally an empathic person. I feel for people. I've got compassion. And when I first watched the video, that's how I felt. I did tell you, and a lot of people have said the same thing. I tried to ignore this video. It kept on coming up, suggested in my feed. I did everything. I mean, I ignored the video for as long as possible. But if a video keeps getting suggested to you and it keeps getting pushed in your face, someone keeps dangling the carrot in front of you, the rabbit is eventually going to bite that carrot. And I did. I eventually gave in. The video was being pushed into my face, and I watched the video. And a lot of people have said that the same thing happened with them, that they saw this video about this woman, talking about the man she married. The video kept on coming up and being suggested, and they eventually clicked. And, the algorithm just made this video take off. And I've heard all kinds of stories about how certain videos aren't promoted or certain videos aren't pushed out to the algorithm, particularly videos with such topics. But this wasn't the case for this video for some reason. So, the algorithm doesn't always work the way we think it does. Um, but anyway, I was very sympathetic to this woman. And I actually uploaded the video, but I didn't upload the whole edit. I mistakenly uploaded my original edit, and I was going to talk about the fact that she had set up a GoFundMe, and I felt that it was too soon for that. That I didn't like the kind of, it felt a bit duplicitous to kind of create this video, and that a lot of us would feel sympathetic towards if it were true, if the details in it were true, and then to go and open a GoFundMe. I didn't like the fact that she'd done that. However, I'm not in her situation. She might be in a situation where she needs funds very fast. So who am I to say? But that's just how I felt about it at the time, and I wanted to make a comment about that. Is it just me, or does she remind you of Cardi B? She reminds me a lot of Cardi B. When I'm watching her videos, or watched her video, I thought, she reminds me of someone, and then I realized it was Cardi B, with a little bit of Meghan Markle sprinkled in, like sprinkle sprinkle. They call her content sprinkle sprinkle. Speaking of her content, and I did say this in one of my videos, and I think she's probably watched everyone's reaction video, including mine. um, she did come across kind of very kind of a little bit egotistical, and a bit full of herself, and a bit like a Miss Know-it-all, kind of giving people advice on how to get the right man and the right lifestyle. She did come across like that in her previous videos, and subsequently she has deleted or privated. I'm not 100% sure which is, she deleted or privated the videos, but she seems to have deleted or privated all her previous videos where she's telling us ladies how to get the right man, how to get the right lifestyle, blah blah blah. Now, Plunder has done extensive research on this lady. I'm not as invested as Plunder, but I think that's one of Plunder's success stories, kind of thing. I think Plunder really does her investigation, and she gets information, and I think that's one of the um, hallmarks of her channel, that she really digs deep, she really delves deep, and she really dives in. I'm not that invested. I'm curious and I want to know more. I haven't watched all of Plunder's video. I remember when Plunder first came on the scene and she really started doing the Watts case, and she was an anonymous person at that time. And as I've told you, I wish that if I'd started again, I would go completely anonymous. But anyway, and I remember thinking that her voice was very soothing, and I also thought she was probably about 50 in that range. And then when she finally revealed who she was, I thought, wow, she looks a lot younger than I thought she was. But then she revealed on this latest video that she's 55, and I was like, wow, like she looks a lot younger than her age. Might be the genes, but there is a saying about us ladies that we don't crack. So anyway, um, so Plunder has done a deep dive into this, and her niece, this not her niece, but the husband that she married, his niece has come forward to tell a different story. Um, so I don't know what is true anymore. However, however, I don't like the fact that she set up this gun GoFundMe so fast. It seems a bit of a quick cash grab. And however, I do believe that there was a lot of sincerity in the video that she made in terms of, she did build her channel on being somebody who knows what she's doing, knows what she's talking about, very confident, a bit arrogant, bit egotistical. And for her to then come out and say, look, I got it wrong and I didn't even know what was going on in my own home, that takes a lot of courage. And it also kind of diminishes and weakens and gives less credit to her previous videos. So that's a lot to do, to come out and say, well, I thought I'd married the right guy, but it turns out that I married the complete opposite of what I thought he was. That takes a lot of courage. So I'm still in the region of thinking, it is probably true, but I think because of the way she did come across in her previous videos, which she seems to have either deleted or privated, I think people are not as sympathetic anymore, and people have downloaded that previous content. I think Plunder has said she downloaded her content that she did previously, the content that she'd put out previously, and she does come across very different in those videos, um, in in contrast to the way she comes across in this recent video that has gotten over 2 million views. And I don't think she ever got those kind of views for her previous videos, which is the irony, really. um I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch Plunder's video. I haven't watched all of it yet. um and I'm still very curious about this. I want to know more, and until I know more, I'm not necessarily going to be on the right or the left of things, because I still feel like there's a lot left to find out about what happened.